consistent exhaustion despite getting what should be enough sleep, unexplained weight changes, brain fog, mood swings, or digestive issues are not normal. What if I told you that these seemingly unrelated traits all connect to one hidden root cause that most conventional healthcare providers completely miss? This root cause is the HPA axis dysfunction, an imbalance in the complex communication network between your hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal glands. While you may have heard the oversimplified term adrenal fatigue, the reality is much more complex and deeply connected to your nervous system's function. The conventional approach often focuses on managing individual signs, prescribing medications for anxiety, addressing sleep issues separately, or recommending generic lifestyle changes, without identifying the underlying neurological imbalance causing these problems. This fragmented approach rarely provides lasting relief because it fails to address the root cause. So if you're an exhausted adult who's tried everything to address their chronic fatigue, stress-related traits, and hormonal imbalances but continue to struggle, if you've been told your labs look normal despite feeling terrible, or if you've been prescribed medications that only mask your signs without providing real solutions, this information could be transformative. Today I'm going to reveal how the HPA axis, your body's stress command center, becomes dysregulated, why this creates such wide-ranging signs, and most importantly, how addressing the underlying neurological imbalances can restore proper function. You'll discover why the conventional medical approach often fails, and how neurologically focused care provides a pathway to sustainable healing by targeting the root cause rather than just managing the signs. The statistics on stress-related health issues are staggering. According to the American Psychological Association, when considering the physical and emotional toll of increased stress, 49% of adults report their behavior has been negatively affected. Research from the Journal of Experimental Biology shows that maternal stress during pregnancy can cause HPA axis dysfunction in the fetus, potentially programming stress response systems for dysregulation later in life. Studies published in Science Direct have demonstrated that low HRV is often associated with HPA axis dysfunction and chronic cortisol release. What's particularly concerning is that most conventional practitioners focus on individual traits, prescribing medications for the anxiety, sleep aids for insomnia, and acid blockers for digestive issues, rather than recognizing these as interconnected manifestations of HPA axis dysfunction. This fragmented approach leaves many people caught in a cycle of multiple medications and continuing signs without ever addressing the underlying neurological imbalances at the root of their struggles. So first, let's understand what the HPA axis is and why it's so important. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA axis, is a complex communication network between three critical components of your endocrine system: the hypothalamus in your brain, the pituitary gland at the base of your brain, and the adrenal glands on top of your kidneys. This axis serves as your body's primary command center for stress regulation, controlling everything from your energy levels and metabolism to your mood, immune function, and sleep patterns. When functioning properly, this system helps you respond appropriately to stress, increasing alertness, raising blood sugar for quick energy, and modulating inflammation, then returns to baseline once the stress passes. However, with chronic, prolonged stress, whether physical, emotional, or environmental, this delicate balance can become disrupted, leading to various patterns of HPA axis dysfunction that conventional medicine often fails to recognize or address. Next, we need to understand the perfect storm of the root causes that create HPA axis dysfunction. HPA axis dysfunction typically begins early in life, often before birth. Research shows that maternal stress during pregnancy can cause HPA axis dysfunction in the developing fetus, setting the stage for future health challenges. Birth trauma represents another significant trigger, particularly interventions such as forceps delivery, vacuum extraction, and C-sections, which can cause physical trauma to the delicate neurospinal system. These early stressors create subluxation that disrupts proper communication between the brain and body, including the endocrine system that governs the HPA axis. Ongoing stressors that contribute to HPA axis dysfunction include chronic psychological stress, sleep disruption, environmental toxins, inflammation from food sensitivities or gut dysbiosis, undiagnosed infections, and certain medications. So how does HPA axis dysfunction affect health in surprising ways? Well, the wide range of signs associated with HPA axis dysfunction often seem unrelated, leading to fragmented care approaches that address each sign in isolation. Physical signs include persistent fatigue, not relieved by sleep, disrupted sleep patterns, unexplained weight changes, weakened immune function, digestive issues, blood pressure changes, dizziness upon standing, and cravings for salt or sugar. Cognitive and emotional signs include brain fog, memory problems, increased anxiety, depressed mood, irritability, poor stress tolerance, and feeling wired but tired, especially at night. Hormonal imbalances may manifest as menstrual irregularities, low libido, fertility challenges, thyroid dysfunction, and blood sugar regulation issues. The neurologically focused approach to healing HPA axis dysfunction is unlike the conventional approaches that focus on managing the traits. Neurologically focused chiropractic care addresses the underlying communication pathways between the nervous system and the HPA axis. Using advanced insight neurological scanning technology, including neurothermal scanning, neurospinal EMG, and heart rate variability assessment, we can identify specific patterns of neurological dysfunction contributing to HPA axis imbalance. This comprehensive assessment allows us to create customized care plans that address your unique causes rather than just using a one-size-fits-all approach. When combined with supportive strategies for recovery, this approach provides the foundation for sustainable healing and resilience. So click the link in our bio to learn more about healing HPA axis dysfunction naturally.